Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Xbox One Tier 1 Grand Finals. I'm joined here by my man, 2Tryhard Ray. Ray, how are
Hey
you?
guys, what's going on? Looking forward to this matchup today.
Yeah, for sure. Velocity, Titanium X, and Illusion X, both very fierce teams. I'm ready to see them duke it out. I know Velocity has a bunch of good players, such as Toasted Waffle, Orange Macedon. Players like that are what's going to make this match very interesting. Illusion X, too, with Stormy and You Awesome. I'm ready to see some good fights between these two teams. I know, personally, that Velocity specializes in not many comps, but dive is one of their strengths, and I'm ready to see that because in Tier 1, dive is very common.
Yeah, you don't see dive a lot in tier one because it's a little chaotic in tier one. They're not as organized as most teams you would see at the top tiers like tier six or tier five or whatever. And dive really requires a lot of coordination for the Winston, the Diva, the Tracer all to coalesce onto one target together. And you don't see a lot of that in tier one. So I am all up for seeing some tier one dive today.
Yeah, for sure. To see a team as confident in dive to be in grand finals, saying that that's one of their strengths, I'm very ready to see that. To mention some good players from Velocity, I know that Toasted Waffle, great flex tank. You know, he plays a lot of Hog, and I've seen him play before, and I'm really excited to see how he deals with the enemy off tank or main tank. The enemy tank, Stormy. I'm ready to see a good fight between them.
Indeed, on the side, an illusion. Melon is their star support player that plays main support, so it's really going to be key for Melon to really back up the tanks very well and allow the tanks to be able to take all the space they need.
For sure. I know Velocity, new team. I believe they were formed this season, and to have, I believe, a T3 team in grand finals and a T1 team in grand finals, that's a big thing. So I'm very happy to see that happen.
Yeah, and Illusion, they've been together since January. I mean, I don't know if they're related to the same Illusion X that I'm aware of in Tier 2, but if they are, it might be similar orgs. So be interesting. They got a Tier 1 team together, and, they got themselves all the way to grand finals of this Firewall League here.
We're gonna be starting off on the map Ilios. Ilios is the control map, and it looks like we're gonna see some good battles between them. Are we hoping to see any comps on Ilios?
I mean, Ilios is quite an interesting map because there's three different points. Of course, it's control, but they're all very different. Like, for example, on Ruins, that tends to be more favorable for rush style comps. But then if you go to Well, for example, you can see a lot of Hog, a lot of Orisa. So all the different maps, and even on Lighthouse, you can see a lot of Ball. So, like, just the comps we can see can greatly vary. So it'll be very cool to see.
Yeah. What do we think about the comps that we're seeing here? We have Stormy on the Diva, You Awesome on the Pharah Splash. Actually, Svency and You Awesome are gonna have a little bit of a Pharah battle with Mercy's backing them up here. As we see first point begin here. Svency on Velocity looking for an early pick here on the Pharah, going around, trying to get a boop, unable to get one, as they're gonna go around the big tower. Svency picking off Wolf here, getting an early pick, which is very good to begin the fight. They're going to try to get down a bit as Illusion's going to back up because they're down one. But it looks like Splash is going to pick off Flexi. And Svency getting two here. Three! Svency with a quick 3K to begin this map as Velocity takes control of the point. What do you think about that?
Yeah, and if you notice, halfway through that fight, he actually lost his Mercy pocket, and he still continued to pick three of them. So it was actually very impressive. And if you're looking at the side of Velocity, the difference here is one side's running a Baptiste, and the other side's running a Moira. So the problem with Moira is, she has lots of burst heal potential, but she has a gauge. She can run out. So if you're Velocity, you want to get in there, win your fights, and get out. You don't want long, extended fights, because then the Baptiste is going to get all his value.
Yeah, for sure. Looking for quick fights from Velocity as it looks like Illusion's going to try to use the Immortez, but as Svency picks off Wolf's Immort. As Svency getting two, using the Barrage, getting Splash as Michael takes down Zilker. And it looks like the Diva's going to be demech'd as Velocity with another quick fight win.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what they're looking for. And if you even think about it, I don't even think he needed to use Barrage there. They had that fight one, so that's just impressive there already. Like, The ult was just the icing on the cake. That fight was already won. So Velocity's doing exactly what they need to do. Get in there, win the fight as quickly as possible, and get out.
Yeah. Looks like there's going to be another main fight here. Awesome getting behind the Pharah, using Barrage, taking down the Pharah and the Mercy. Both go down here, as it looks like Velocity's going to struggle and try to get back as they don't have two of their players. Michael doing the frontline damage, but he's taken down by Stormy here, as the Rhine shield's broken and Toasted is left stranded while the Moira tries to heal him up, but is taken down by Zoker as Stormy takes Toasted. A whole hog is used.
I don't know about that whole hog
fight.
right there. Oh, I think that was kind of a waste.
Yeah, very questionable, but yeah, that's a one fight for Illusion.
You know, that was very key. I've actually never seen a Pharah. I mean, I've seen her ult mid-air, but I've never seen her ult the pharmacy mid-air and get both of them. That was very impressive there by You Awesome.
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be an even ult fight here as a window is being used as Blossom comes out getting two. Michael. It looks like tons of ults being used from the side of Velocity as Fancy taking down Splash and Lexi quickly reses Toasted. Awesome trying to get some damage onto the Rhine. Very low here is probably going to get picked off by undamaged Axis, or damaged Axis. As Emperor Melon reses Wolf here. Velocity is just trying to secure the fight as Illusion's going to try to get back onto the points, but the Diva's D-Mech Stormy goes down by Toasted. Looks like... yeah.
I don't know about that high noon there. I mean, he gets the Mercy, but the fight's already over.
Yeah, very questionable ult usage here from Velocity sometimes. But it's Fancy getting two with his Barrage, but he goes down to You Awesome, but damaged. It avenges him, and it looks like another one fight for
Yeah,
Fancy.
I mean, just look at the side of Illusion. They use so many ults. Like, that high noon was very unnecessary. They could have come back into this fight with high noon ready to go, but now they're just pushing into this final fight with no ults to use at all.
Yeah, an attempted shatter behind them, unable to get anything. Full Hog being used, trying to get him off the point. Michael takes down the Immortality as well. Stormy getting damaged. Texas having to fight without both tanks here is going to be rough for Velocity as Splash gets Flexi as they res Toasted. Michael taken down as Toasted charges into the enemy Rhine, but's picked off by Wolf as they get them. Looks like a one fight for Illusion as they're going to flip the point at 99%.
Yeah, see, I'll give Illusion some credit there for being able to win that fight without any ults, but I think that was more bad on Velocity than it was good on Illusion. A lot of their players were trying to get cheeky with their ult uses, like the Rhine going behind trying to get the shatter. Like, you just needed to win that fight. Like, you just want to take this map. You don't want to get all fancy. Just do what you need to do, win the fight.
Yeah, coming into this fight, we're going to see a window used from Wolf as they're going to try to kite around the window as Toasted gets Wolf, but Zoker gets the Moira. Michael getting Zoker as Illusion gets two here it's pretty even fight so far, but Splash gets the Noon once again, only getting one here. As Fancy taking down the Lucio though, as You Awesome's going to pick off damaged Axis and try to secure, just cleaning up the fight here for Illusion as they're going to keep point. Moving into last fight territory, it looks like, actually. As
That's very well done by Illusion, and they have the ult advantage in this fight. As I say that, the Pharah gets the huge boop onto the Reinhardt right there.
Yeah, Stormy getting two with the bomb as Splash gets Toasted. Emperor Melon taking down Michael, and a one fight for Illusion, except damaged Axis is gonna try to get onto point here as they try to contest, but they're taken down by Stormy, and a one fight for Illusion X.
Yeah, and really the key fight that swung there was that fight where Velocity had it, and they decided to, let's do a flank shatter, let's do a whole hog, even though we lost the fight already. Like, they just kind of threw away their ultimates.
Yeah, the ult usage wasn't very good there from Illusion, but they still managed to win that round. We're gonna see a Widow from Splash. What do you think about that?
I mean, for Ruins, there's a lot of long sightlines. I mean, out of the three maps, like, this one makes the most sense to play Widow. And, I mean, if you can hit your shots and you can just take players out of the game, I mean, it can be very high value. But, I mean, let's see what this Widow is.
Yeah, we're going to see a debut of Damaged Axis Zarya as he was playing Hog all of last round. They're going to come in here for the first fight here. Toasted getting on high ground of point, trying to get a pick early, uses Fire Strike, unable to get anything as they encroach onto him. Zarya Bubble being used. Michael drops down, trying to get a pick, but Michael's taken down by You Awesome as the Reaper battle ends up with a one for Velocity. You Awesome trying to take down Toasted as well, as they're gonna try to they're gonna probably cap point here, as Velocity can't contest, but they're gonna try to maintain that positioning and get another quick fight as Michael gets back. As Fancy on the McCree getting a high ult charge, but You Awesome takes down Toasted here. And Toasted's rezzed by Flexi as Vency getting Splash and Wolf with a quick 2K, and Michael getting Zoker, and it might be an even fight here for Velocity, as it looks like Illusion is going to go down, and they're going to cap point Velocity.
Yeah, indeed. That was a very nice turnaround there by Velocity. I mean, Michael kind of like just went into the entire team of Illusion on that first fight, and he went down, which caused Illusion to get early point progress. But Avency on the McCree got 3 huge picks in that fight and really swung things and got them to turn this whole point around. And out comes the Grav. Let's see what value they can get out of it, and they're going to get a team wipe out of it.
Yeah, they're gonna get 2, and everyone else goes down completely. It looks like they're just gonna try to pick up some stragglers, but they're not gonna be able to get any. That was a really good ult usage there for the window Graph, which was able to completely wipe out the team.
Yeah, a nice ult combination there. Grav window is deadly. You got them all stuck there with a window in front of them, and they're just going to take massive amounts of damage. So nicely done there by the side of Velocity.
Yeah, we're going to see a Svency with the Noon here trying to use it correctly, but Flexi Lexi goes down to a 2K by Stormy with the bomb. Zoker getting 2, both tanks getting tons this fight as Zoker gets another, and Splash takes down Mobile to secure an Illusion capped point.
That was very nicely done by Illusion. They said, you want to Grav window us, we're going to bomb shatter you. And they got 2 picks, and like it was just big there for Illusion. So let's see how Velocity wants to counter. They have 4 ultimates coming into this fight.
Yeah, Valk being used, trying to keep the team alive as Toasted's going to encroach on Mobile Lazage, takes out Zoker, Blossom used, but stunned out of it by Fancy. Michael getting the Reaper, getting the Diva too, as Toasted picks off another. Michael getting 3, it looks like, and Fancy finally getting the Kree, and a cap point for Velocity.
Yeah, that stun for Avency was big onto You Awesome. Yeah, and then when he got that stun, Michael was able to get all the value he got out of his Death Blossom, and that one stun just really changed how the fight went. Out comes Window and Beat Drop.
Yeah, very well used ultimates here as Immort goes down for the side of Velocity. Mobile Lazage taking down the Reinhardt as Michael getting 2, getting 3 as Fancy picks down Stormy. It looks like they're going to try to pick off the stragglers here as we're approaching last fight territory.
Yeah, it is coming down to last fight. Illusion will have the advantage coming into this fight. They have 2 ultimates to work with, as Velocity doesn't really have any ultimates to work with here. But I don't know if they can touch in time, and they cannot.
Not able to touch, and it's going to be a 1-1 game for Velocity and Illusion. What do we think about that map?
I mean, that was a very back and forth map. I loved seeing the ultimate combinations. In Tier 1, that's really nice to see. Like we said, you're not always coordinated, but both teams showed how coordinated they potentially could be. Their ult combinations were very well done on that map.
Yeah, I think especially on that map, Michael came up massive on the Reaper, being able to pick off multiple people almost every fight. Stormy too, with their bombs, getting massive damage out and probably some kills along with it. We're gonna see a copy to Reaper from both sides as Fancy's gonna take the Pharah once again for this fight.
Definitely, I don't know what Illusion's thinking right there. I don't know if they know about the teleporter that you can do on Coast. But, I mean, that tends to be the ideal teleporter you want to do to get to this point very quickly. I mean, look at that. They almost got to the point at the same time because of that.
Yeah, they're going to maintain a bit of a point control here as Damage Axis looking to get some damage onto the tanks here. Toasted shielding them up, though. Looks like they're just going to try to reach the outskirts, try to maybe get some damage in as Immort goes down by Michael. And looks like there's going to be a fight here before they cap. No. Illusion caps the point as Fancy takes on Ember, and Michael gets the splash. As Fancy getting for this fight. Wow.
I can't believe how fast he was able to get up rocket barrage there. That was insane. Because I was gonna say it's gonna be tough for Velocity to push this point because you're dealing with sim turrets and Rhine, and Symmetra can just continue to charge up her beam off the Rhine shield. So it's not always so easy to uh, come into the point like that. But Vetsy did everything he needed to do, got all the picks, so his team just had all the space they needed to get in there.
Thanks to Svency's great farming. He gets 2 this fight as well. Looks like he's getting massive work done. You Awesome goes down, and Stormy goes down as well.
With the hard carry right now.
He's doing insane this map. What do you think about him?
He is looking fantastic on the Pharah. And on the side of Illusion, there they go. They swapped to Soldier, but they had no hit scan to deal with the Pharah. So he just gets free reign to do whatever he wants.
Yeah, it looks like Svency is very close to another barrage once again. We're gonna see some, we're gonna see him trying to farm one as the window goes out from the side of Velocity. They're gonna try to take main control as they kite the window. Toasted looking for a big fire strike, possibly a shatter. A shatter goes out from Illusion, getting the tanks. And Svency gets 2 with his barrage once again.
Big time barrage by this, and he gets the baby diva as he gets killed, so he takes one with him. I'm not going out without taking one of you with me.
Svency being massive all these fights here. He gets rezzed by Flexi Lexi. And it looks like that we're approaching 80% here, close to last fight territory, but not yet if they can get a quick recontest.
Yeah, that was a very nice res there by Flexi Lexi. She knew they needed the Pharah for this next fight, so she's like, let's just use the res here. Oh, out comes the Grav. Let's see what they can get with this. Immort's down.
Oh. Bomb, unable to get anything except for the Immort. It's going to be a team fight here. A Splash getting 5? Oh my, Splash absolutely carrying that point. Being able to cap them.
Death Blossom there by Splash. That was insane. I thought that might have been all said and done for Illusion, and in comes the Death Blossom and just completely wipes the team off the grease streets here on Ilios.
The massive Blossom by Splash is able to completely secure them the point here. They're gonna go in for another fight here as Toasted's trying to get some damage going in. But is going to circle around, unable to get anything right now. Far trying to boop off the Illusion team, but window being used here.
Yeah, out comes window. If I was them, I would just kite out of the way and just let that window go away. Don't push in, don't take any damage from it. Don't let them get value for it.
As Svency once again has the barrage here, probably circling around, trying to get some picks here.
Like Michael's trying to, and the barrage was used there.
Barrage was used. Unlucky.
Huge shatter there, but is it gonna get anything? I don't know. It doesn't look like it.
Yeah, we're gonna see You Awesome behind on the Soldier, getting 2 here. And oh, Stormy eating damaged Axis's Grav here. Oh my.
And Betsy is gonna swap to the McCree after doing very good work on the Pharah.
For sure, we're approaching around last fight territory, around 80% here.
Yeah, but, Illusion's gonna have the advantage here. They're gonna be able to have a window here and a bomb here, and all Velocity's coming up on is as I say that, I was gonna say Mercy ult, but Mercy goes down.
Yeah,
5v6 no longer on the table.
Yeah, 5v6 going into this fight. It looks like as Svency picks down You Awesome, it's gonna be a 5v5 for the rest. Bomb goes out, trying to get some. Svency getting 2. Stormy, oh my, 3 go down.
No. And he commits shatter. I mean, it's final fight, but Vessi, he peeked the corner there. The only reason he died to that bomb was he peeked around the corner. Unfortunate there.
Ryan, but I'm not sure if it's going to be able to do anything. I'm not sure if they have any contests. Do they? No.
They do not.
Illusion winning the first map. Oh my.
That was a huge comeback from Illusion on that final map on Lighthouse there. If it wasn't for that Death Blossom by Splash, I don't think they would have won that map. That was crazy.
Splash completely broke the floodgates. I think that all of Illusion's ultimates on that map were insane. Completely shredding the enemy team every single time. I know Stormy had a 3K. Splash had a 5K. I mean, if you want to see good ult usage, that's your fight right there.
Oh, yeah, indeed. And we had some really big barrages by Vetsi, too. So, I mean, both teams are getting very good value out of their ultimates, but Illusion getting just a little bit better at the end of the day, and that's why they won the map.
Yeah, I believe We shouldn't go without talking about Svensi though, who tried his best, unable to do more though, as his barrages were quickly farmed, well used, except for that one where he ended up suiciding. But that happens, you know. It's T1. It looks like we're gonna move on to Eichenwald though. Eichenwald, what are you hoping to see here?
I mean, Eichenwald's a really fun map. I mean, I'd love to see some double shield on defense, some Orisa Sig. That's what my team likes to run on defense here. It's really versatile. You run the double shield with a Junkrat and like a Asher McCree hit scan, and it can be really deadly on this map. But I mean, you can see things also on the defense like May. May might be fun to see because you can wall off the underneath bridge area and try and isolate people. But I just want to see some versatility in the different things that are run. I mean, maybe on offense we see the dive that we're hoping to see.
Yeah, I'm hoping to see some big moves here. Vive Velocity trying to tie it up as a 1-1 game, but it's currently only 1-0, and we're not sure how it's going to turn out here. I'm hoping to see Michael with another character other than Reaper, as he was on that a lot, but we're going to have to see how it turns out here. Michael being switched off for Orange Viper. Orange Viper is going to be taking the Ash. Svensi on the Hanzo, Splash, and You Awesome both taking the respective Junkrat and McCree. What do you think about this?
I mean, the Junkrat and McCree makes sense. I mean, I guess in tier 2, I'm not sure what players all these different players play. I know Stormy is a very good diva. I guess they don't have because I believe the double shield is the better option, especially with the DPS they're running. But I mean, in tier 1, I mean, when in doubt, just fall back to Ryan. Ryan's a really safe comp, so that's probably what's happening here.
Yeah, all right, we're gonna approach first fight here. Looks like they're gonna position themselves behind the big tower, as Velocity is gonna stroll up on attack first. Fire Strike eaten by Stormy. They're gonna try to go around the right side, trying to get an early fight here. As Zarya's bumped up a bit, trying to get a pick hit, looks like, but they're being done massive damage in their backline. I know that both DPS were low for a good bit. Svensi's just trying to get a pick as Splash takes down Orange Viper on the Ash. Splash trying to get another one, it looks like, and they're gonna look for another fight. It's 5v6 still. Zarya very high charge. We're trying to see if Blockboy already farmed a shatter, able to get many, it looks like, but Emort's used, able to keep all of them alive. But Stormy takes down Flexi. Orange Viper getting Emp Melon though, and looks like it's a pretty even fight so far. Actually, looks like Sonar Arrow is going to be used, but Shatter comes out, able to get the tank.
Yeah, indeed. On the side of Illusion, you can tell the spam is really getting to Velocity. The Rhine almost never has shield, and it's really hard for them to just push in like that. It's one of the reasons that's keeping them in this so far, is just the amount of damage the Junkrat's putting out onto shields.
Yeah, but
and they don't have like a diva to eat it either. They have the Zarya. I mean, that's why she's always at high charge, because she's getting damage off the bubbles, but the spam's just too much for the Reinhardt.
I think we're gonna see a deadly combination here with a Grav Dragons, but no, You Awesome says no and picks down his Svensi as Zoker cleans up Flexi Lexi. A pretty one fight, it looks like, for Illusion, but the tire's gonna be used. Unable to get anything though. Splash getting two, and one
yeah,
fight.
I find myself questioning that tire. I mean, you already had 3 picks in the fight, and tire's such a game-changing fight winner. Like, I don't know why you'd want to commit that right there.
Yeah, and Velocity's gonna have tons more ultimates this fight. It's probably just gonna be a press Y battle as they encroach onto point here.
I like that, the press Y battle. Yeah, you got 4 ults versus 6 ults. The Grav Dragon should all you really need. You use Grav Dragons, or you force out the Immortality field, and then you use Grav Dragons. But you need to capitalize on your Grav Dragons. Out comes a big Shatter, however.
Big Shatter, but bombs coming out too, as Cole is used, so is Beat used to defend themselves from Bob. Looks like Velocity's gonna try to take control of the point here as he's getting mowed, as Svensi's getting mowed down by Stormy. Taking out a mech though, as Toasted gets Wolf. Looks like they're just gonna try to pick off anyone else who's on Illusion right now, because as they try to contest slowly, Velocity's slowly capping points. But they're gonna try to contest as a massive Shatter from Zoker, taking down Lockboy. It's gonna be a pretty even fight actually so far, as Orange Viper gets down by Zoker. And are they gonna maintain this point? Yes, they are.
That is impressive by Illusion. I honestly thought that point was all for the taking for Velocity, but they came back. The Junk, he ended up dying, but he put so much pressure onto that Reinhardt, and even when he died, his little death bombs that go off was all over the Rhine. So he didn't have any shield, so immediately Zoker was able to go in there and get a huge shatter, and that really changed the fight for Illusion.
For sure. We've yet to see a grab dragon though, and as the grab's used, hopefully the dragon will be used as well. It is, but the Emort's able to keep a couple alive. Orange Viper taking down the Emort, but Beats used to counter them. Another tire being used, getting toasted. Splash taking down Orange Viper, and it looks like, what is this? Is Fancy taking down Splash? A one fight for Illusion once again as they try to get a Fancy. There it is. You Awesome getting 3.
Yes, this has been a very impressive defense from Illusion. If you watch the way the grab dragons happened, the grab came out. The dragons was a little late, but the immortality field was there. They didn't focus the immortality field down quick enough, and even when they got it focused down, the Lucio was waiting for them to focus down and then use beat drop to save the whole team.
Sure, Illusion being able to completely stonewall Velocity. You Awesome coming up massive in that map, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, Junkrat's a massive hero, especially in the lower tiers. A lot of lower tier teams don't know how to deal with Junkrats. And if you have a good Junkrat, especially in tier 1, tier 2, you can go very far with that.
Yeah, the good defensive ult usage from Illusion was able to keep them alive during the grab dragons and during the bob. Beats were massive. I'd like to see some changes from Velocity to just completely stonewall them as well, because it's gonna be tough here coming in. Low morale because they were completely shut down for that beginning of the map.
Those beat drops by Melon were massive for the team.
Yeah, we're gonna see some comps here. Splash yet to pick anyone. What do you think about these comps?
On the side of Velocity going to the defense, it looks like they're gonna decide to go with the Mirror instead of playing the Zarya. They're gonna go with the Diva. My guess is the Zarya bubbles just aren't getting enough value. They'd rather have the E from the Diva and the potential for bomb, because Diva bomb can be quite the game-changing ult. And then on the side of Illusion, they're gonna go with the Pharmacy. So I mean, they do have the Ashe, the Ashe on the defense, so they are well equipped for it. But we'll have to see what You Awesome can do on the Pharah here.
Yeah, Svency taking the role of Junkrat here. Came up massive last round. Orange Viper doing damage onto You Awesome. It looks like he's going to be able to contest him for a bit. As Fire Strike's being used, Defense Matrix goes out unable to eat anything. But Far's going to peek over left side. Orange Viper is trying to deal with him right now as they're going to go down because it's a Far Mercy and they're able to get healed. Orange Viper trying to take down You Awesome. Gets him very low, unable to finish him off. As You Awesome's going to get some more free range, but he's very low. Emperor Melon's completely healing them up every time they do damage. No picks yet, except Stormy gets Block Boy with a melee. As Splash takes down Emort. Flexi Lexi trying to res Block Boy. As Splash gets Orange Viper, as they're still 5v6 for the rest of the fight. Stormy getting a
Stormy there onto the Junkrat, but Zoker does go down to Block Boy, however. This fight's very back and forth right now. It's hard to see who's going to get the advantage here.
Fighting without a main tank might be hard as Block Boy gets Stormy's mech. You Awesome taking down the Emort, but Block Boy gets splashed. Stormy getting toasted though. It looks like Diva's gonna remech here. Stormy getting massive damage on the Diva. Almost farming bomb. Gets bomb actually as they're healed up by Emperor Melon. Remech here from Toasted as well as looks like they're gonna continue this fight. Oh, bomb being used from Stormy as Block Boy. As 3 go down for the side of Illusion. As Stormy gets Flexi Lexi. Oh my, it looks like Velocity's
I don't know about that bomb. Like, there's no one else there. Like, you just threw your bomb away, essentially.
Yeah, a very questionable bomb, as most of Illusion was dead. Not sure what it would have done if it did get many.
I mean, in my opinion, this next fight's going to be Barrage versus Tire. Who's going to get more value? Because that's what we're coming up on for both sides.
For sure. Splash and the rest of Illusion X is going to try to take a left side approach once again. As he's looking left side to try to get a pick here. Unable to get many. As they're going to just stay calm, stay in one place. As You Awesome farms the Barrage. Able to get a Dispensia as well with the Tire. Unable to get many as Orange Viper takes down You Awesome. Spency getting 2, Splash getting Orange Viper a big press wire battle coming out here as Toasted getting Stormy with the Diva Bomb. Mobile Last Edge taking Stormy as well. Flexi resing Orange Viper as another one fight for Velocity. What a defense.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunate there. I mean, I don't know what you Awesome was doing there. Used the barrage, but he saw that the Immort was up. I thought he felt like he could probably kill the Immort and kill them through it, but they were able to focus him down before that was happening. I would have wanted him to wait until the Immort gets destroyed to barrage.
Yeah, the big Helix rocket being able to take him out. Oh, the big shatter! But Orange Viper taking 2, taking 4 with the visor. Oh my, Flexi Lexi resing blocked by his Toasted gets you awesome. A bomb being used once again as the fight's over. Questionable bomb usage, but they're able to remake as the Toasted remix as well. Mobile SH picks off Stormy.
Yeah, Stormy just throwing away his Diva Bomb again.
Yeah, completely questionable ult usage, but we're gonna see last fight territory as they're approaching 30 seconds. Hopefully, Velocity is able to put on a show here. Either completely stonewall him once again, or Illusion can win this map very easily.
The tactical visor was pretty awesome to see there. You don't get to see that a lot, where it's coordinated enough to where you get actual value out of using it. So it's really cool to see that last fight.
Yeah, Blockboy invested Shatter, but unable to get any. Spency getting 2. Mobile Edge gets Zoker, but it looks like Illusion's gonna try to get many. Flexi resing Orange Viper, Splash in the trap. Orange Viper gets him. Oh my, it looks like Illusion's struggling to stay alive as Velocity stonewalls them just like they did on first point. Oh my, what do you think about that?
Wow, that was impressive. I mean, considering, you know, you got stonewalled on your attack and you must be low morale, they were able to really come back from that and just be like, hey guys, look, you know, they did it to us, we can do it to them even better. And they did exactly that, and they tie up the series here.
Yeah, great all usage on defense, both for both teams.
Okay, and with that, we're going to go to a short break before we go to our third map, which should be the 2CP map. If you guys, thank you guys for tuning in to this broadcast of the Tier 1 Finals for Firewall. Just stay tuned and we'll be back shortly.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Firewall Xbox One Tier 1 Grand Finals. Velocity, Titanium X, and Illusion X both tied at 1-1. What do you think about the match so far?
I mean, it's been very back and forth. I love seeing the combination of ults we've seen. We've seen tactical visor and window comboed. We've seen grav window comboed. It's been a really exciting match so far. I mean, I was not expecting a hold and then a fuller hold. Like, it's insane.
Impressive defenses here on Eichenwald, but we're going to see what Hanamura has to bring. What are you hoping to see on Hanamura?
I mean, on Hanamura, I expect a lot of Symmetra on the side of the attacker teams, especially in Tier 1. It's hard for them to get through that gate without using a Symmetra. So, I mean, even in the higher tiers, you'll see Symmetra used anyway, but it's harder for them to not use Symmetra in Tier 1. So there's a good chance we're going to see it on attack. And on the defense, I mean, again, I'd love to see some double shield. That can work really well on Hanamura defense. So, but my guess is they're probably just going to fall back to the Ryan comps. Most likely, we haven't seen them really deviate away from Orion so far.
Yeah, a lot of T1 main tanks, they specialize in Rhine, so we're probably going to be seeing a lot of it during the map. But I'd like to see some deviation, as you said. It'd be very good. I know double shield is meta. We could see a bit of that. But in T1, we're not going to see a lot of meta picks, so it's probably just going to be a bunch of Rhine comfort picks. But nevertheless, I'm still excited to see what we have here.
And yeah, as it looks like both sides are going to stick to the Reinhardt composition.
Yeah, both sides taking the Rhine. You awesome going on the Mei, actually. No Symmetra here. Orange Viper once again on the Ashen Fancy, once again on the Junkrat. We're gonna see a copied, mirrored Stormy, Zoker, Blocked Boy, and Toasted taking some of the same characters there. We're gonna see how it ends up, actually, as we're approaching first fight here.
Yeah, this is really interesting. On the side of Illusion, they're kind of doing like a weird hybrid of what was meta in the June Joust for Overwatch League. I mean, the only difference is instead of a Winston, they're having a Reinhardt, and instead of a Moira, they're going with the Baptiste. But everything else is what was very meta during the June Joust.
Yeah, Symmetra's gonna TP them onto left ground, but it looks like they're gonna be cut off before the rest of the team can. It's only gonna be 4 as Stormy's trying to get on top, but Stormy picks off his Vency before he's able to retreat, as they're gonna take a left side high ground.
There goes all your frontline damage on the junk, and they do get the res, but the Mercy goes down immediately. Was it worth? We'll have to see how this fight goes to determine that.
Stormy being massive, Emperor Melon getting Block Boy with the boop. It's Fancy taking down Zoker though, as he's gonna try to, as You Awesome mows down Toasted though. Orange Viper kind of separated from the rest of the team, not picked off yet, not sure what they're gonna do behind enemy lines. Just trying to get some damage on right now as Mobile Lasagna comes back, uses Emort, unable to get many as You Awesome's turrets mow down Mobile Lasagna for a one fight by Illusion X.
Yeah, that was nicely done by Illusion, as I, suspected. The Symmetra comes out, they get the TP. I mean, not everyone got across, but even the ones who didn't tended to be more of the mobile ones, like Lucio and Diva were the ones who were left behind, but they can get through that choke just fine on their own. They don't need the teleporter.
For sure, we might hope to see a Junk Tire as they're going left high ground. Going left high ground, trying to force up the, there's the Junk Tire, getting 2! As the main tank goes down, so does Splash, Block Boy, and this Fancy picking off Immortality and the Diva respectively, as they're going to try to retreat here. Stormy Suicides trying to regroup here.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that went there. Either the tanks pushed out a little too far from the Immort, or the Immort was a little late. One of the two happened, but not ideal there for Illusion. And looks like they're going to mirror the Junkrat here. They're going to get off the Symmetra.
A messy grouping by Illusion probably cost them the fight, it looks like, but Orange Viper coming up on the Bob, so is Mobile Visage and Block Boy have their respective ults. We're gonna have to see, they're gonna try to force up left again. We're gonna see how that turns out, as Stormy tries to take the Diva battle as Toaster retreats once again. It looks like they're going to just try to mess with the tanks a bit on left side catwalk, but Toaster dropping down, trying to get some damage going as Zoker's up bit by the Junkrat as Beat comes out. You Awesome kept alive as Block Boy gets Emperor Melon. Orange Viper takes down Immortality, but Stormy gets Block Boy. It's an even fight so far. Bomb is used, I believe, by Toasted, unable to get many as Toasted remixes. Vency getting Wolf here as they're still on high ground with a couple only dropping. Vency still trying to get damage. Bob is used, and Orange Viper gets 2, 1, 3. It looks like. Oh my, Orange Viper cleaning up.
And on the side of Illusion, I don't like that shatter there. The fight was not looking in your favor, and especially on Hanamura, where the spawns for the defense are so close. Like, if you don't have your full team there, I just don't see the point in ulting there.
Yeah. Some weird ult usage, it looks like, is kind of costing them a couple fights. But they're gonna go for their third fight on this second point. We're sure to see some a Blossom, possibly a bomb once again by Stormy. Splash is gonna try to deal with the Ashe, but looks like they're not gonna be able to get them so far.
Yeah, I was actually going to say before this fight went in, I was really wanting to see Stormy go up there and deal with the Ashe, and as I say that, he did do that in this fight. It looked like the Reaper was going to try and do it, but Stormy said, "It's alright, I got it."
Illusion taking mass control of this fight as multiple go down. I know Stormy used their bomb as Svency used their tire, much to no avail of Svency. Tried hard, wasn't able to get it. Looks like they're going to try to get a recontest as Velocity is as Orange Vipers are melted by Emperor Melon before they can even touch the points. Emperor Melon gets Block Boy as well with a quick 2K. Blossom being used from Illusion X. They're just going to try to pick off the stragglers before they can get to the point, because 2 CP, anything can happen. Any 3 contest can happen.
I mean, this is all said and done for Illusion at this point. They had everything they needed. It was the Velocity was just really hoping they could get stragglers and luckily get a pick, but it just wasn't happening.
Yeah, I mean, they can only hope, and I mean, that's all you can do when they have control of the point on 2 CP. But we're going to see some flipped sides as they cap both points with a 3-minute time bank Velocity on the attack now. What are you hoping to see for Velocity?
For Velocity on the attack, I mean, I do expect probably to see a Symmetra again. But Symmetra May is a really good comp on this map because you can teleport yourself to point and then wall off the point with your May, so you almost get a free tick doing that.
Yeah, but we're gonna see Orange Viper on the Symmetra. As you said, Symmetra is very good for attack Hanamura for T1 especially. You awesome taking the far though. Svency taking the spot of Reaper. I don't think we've seen him play Reaper today. What are you expecting to see from the Reaper?
I mean, in Tier 1, Reaper can pretty much dominate. So, I mean, he's been good on all his DPS so far, so I'm going to trust him to play whatever DPS he wants. So I expect great things out of him.
Me too. I think Svency's been coming up massive in these fights, and to see him take a new character, that only breeds hope here. So we're gonna try to see if they can cap both points quicker or die trying. We're gonna approach first fight. It looks like you awesome and the Mercy gonna take a high ground approach as they're gonna go left. As Velocity's gonna go left side looking for a TP. TP created as they're gonna TP straight to point, but Toasted is pinned by the Reinhardt. As Block Boy pins in as well, unable to get many. Zoker gets Block Boy. Orange Viper's turrets melt down Zoker though. Orange Viper getting 2. Looks like as Svency takes down the mecha of Stormy. Both mechas down. Orange Viper getting 3 this fight as Svency picks down Stormy. They're just gonna try to get some stragglers. Svency gets another one and a quick capped point for Velocity.
Yeah, that was nicely done. I mean, the backwards charge toward where the teleporter was by Zoker was very nice. I just think he didn't have enough reaction and follow-up by the rest of his team to help him out.
Yeah. When one man moves, the others must move too. I think that's what we've been seeing a lot. Stormy out of mech for this first
Especially
fight.
when it's your main tank. You got to follow your main tank. Even if you feel like it's the wrong call, it's better to all go together on the wrong call than separate and then having some people go on the right call.
Yeah, in these types of matches, the most organized team will always come out on top. As turrets are being placed above, trying to distract Stormy, it looks like as Toasted's going to take a high ground approach through the Junkrat. Teleport is created by Orange Viper. I believe they're going to TP either straight to point, as 3 are on point right now. They TP straight there. The rest of Illusion drops, but a big Shatter comes out, getting multiple. Oh my, the Shatter from Block Boy getting multiple. This Fancy picking down you awesome and Mobile Edge getting Zoker, 2 going down. Orange Viper's mowing down Splash with that Symmetra. Orange Viper getting another, oh my. As they're going to try to just take down all the stragglers and get a quick cap point once again. Looks like we're going to see you awesome on the Tracer trying to just get some movement going. Splash taking the Widow. Looks like they're going to try to get a pick here as they recontest. Yeah, there he is on the left side high ground, but Mobile Azab is messing with him. Not gonna let him get any movement there. Orange Viper takes down Yuasum with the turrets. Beat is invested as Fancy uses Blossom to take down Emperor Melon. Blockboy getting Stormy as well as Fancy
This
getting
is pretty
another.
much over. It's just them trying to bleed out as much time as they can at this point.
Yeah, but it looks like I'm not sure if they're gonna be able to touch again. No, they won't. Oh my, Velocity with a quick cap for both points.
I was
That was
actually very impressive on that defense on the second point attack. They set up the teleporter, and only 3 of them actually went to point, so it really split up Illusion, and they really and so the Symmetra went with them. So the Symmetra was able to just charge her beam off the Reinhardt that was on point, and they just split Illusion up, and they just took advantage of it from then on.
yeah, able to get tons of damage to the squishies there for the Symmetra there. Symmetra was getting massive damage, getting multiple every fight. The turrets set up perfectly too, also getting some of the supports. But we're gonna see Orange Viper on the Torb here.
As we look at these beautiful cherry blossom trees,
Yeah.
they're just majestic.
Majestic cherry blossom trees, almost as beautiful as these plays that we're seeing today. Orange Viper on the Torb. We know he plays a bit of Torb. He's done pretty well on it in previous matches. We're gonna see how it turns out here with for Illusion, as they're gonna pick a Symmetra once again for attack.
I'd love to see the Torb, especially with the changes he got when the crossplay came out for his turret. So, I mean, it's even more powerful on console now. So, be curious to see how Illusion deals with this.
Yeah, powerful turret can make all the difference here, especially if they get an early pick. But we're
They're
gonna
going to run with the sim again. So, I mean, I would hope that Velocity's ready for it this time because they ran it last time.
Yeah, they go straight to point. It looks like they're not gonna TP actually, as they push
the
onto Orange
Torb.
Viper. As the Orange Viper goes down by Stormy, Sveti getting Emperor Melon though. It looks like they're gonna try to go for point here, but Orange Viper getting the Reaper as they're gonna try to attack themselves on the left side. Orange Viper kind of circling around the turret, getting Stormy. As we said, the turret comes up massive in these fights. Turret getting another. Oh my, turret MVP of this match. We're seeing tons of work.
Seventh man of the team.
Yeah, 7th man of the team, turret being able to do tons of damage that fight, being able to completely stave off Illusion, not letting them get a tip.
I actually thought at first that was a very questionable place to throw the turret. He kind of just threw it behind, like in the middle of the team fight, but they didn't pay attention to it at all, and the turret was just next to everyone, putting in massive amount.
I think they want to win the fight. They gotta take down that turret. It's gonna do tons of damage onto Stormy. It looks like yeah, there we go. Emperor Mel taking down the turret. Looks like they know what to do this fight as they're gonna try to get a high ground approach. A massive shatter coming out from Blockboy as the lava comes out from Orange Viper. Toasted getting one with his ultimate. Lots of ults being used in this fight. Mobile Legends takes down Stormy and possibly one fight as they're going to try to take down the stragglers on the right side as they get back, actually, as Toasted's going to encroach onto them, try to get a pick here. Not sure if they're going to be able to.
Toasted, get out of there.
That is a very dangerous spot. Lexi being insane and keeping them alive. Oh my. Turret's teleport is going to be able to teleport the rest of the team onto high ground. As Blockboy is going to go on left side separated. Blockboy pins in, gets Emperor Melon. As Awesome picks down Blockboy. Orange Viper getting another. Awesome taking down Mobile Storm. Both defaults being used, each getting one respectively. Orange Viper and Svensi getting two each respectively as well. Res comes out from Mobile Lazaj. And look at the Diva's going to be demeched, and they might be able to stonewall them once again. A beautiful defense for Velocity.
That was impressive by Velocity. There were a couple of times where I thought Toasted was going to lose his mech there, but that was a massive carry there by the supports. That was very impressive there by, I believe it was Lexi, and Lesage. That was very well done by both of them.
We were able to see the support's talent on full force there, on full showing, as Toasted took a risky spot in the middle of the team and was able to come out alive. I can only give props to the supports right there. We're gonna see Velocity on attack though, with their 4-minute time bank. Let's see if they have anything different.
It looks like they're gonna do exactly what I was talking about. It's the best way to get a tick on this map, especially if you can catch the team off guard. You sim to point, wall, and you're almost guaranteed a tick if you wall properly.
And they
Because
all
all they
need
need is a tick. That's all they need to do to win this map.
all they need is a tick. I believe they can only win or draw it. Am I right?
Yeah, they can't lose. Worst case is a draw here.
So we're gonna see if how this turns out. Hopefully, we're able to see a capped point, but we're gonna have to see. So we're gonna approach first fight. As Svency's still on the main, it looks like we're gonna see what we've been prophesizing earlier. But Illusion's gonna take a left side approach, as as they have a Junkrat just trying to spam in. But they're gonna approach from right side for Velocity. Looks like a TP might be used. The trap is there, ready for Velocity to push in. As I'm not sure if they're gonna TP. Yes, they will. They'll TP to top ground as they push in on high ground. Toasted using their turrets. A wall comes out, not being able to isolate many except for the Zarya. The Zarya is isolated but unable to pick them off. As this Fency's picked off Awesome on the Torb. Awesome getting two. Toasted getting the Reinhardt. I believe it's too late, as Illusion is just gonna try to pick off Lucio. As yeah, it's a one fight for Illusion.
Yeah, I didn't like that wall on the side of the Vessi. It didn't isolate anyone. Like, what you want to do is try and like catch them at the door. Like, I don't know, that just wasn't a very good wall there, and that's the already switching to Junkrat.
Yeah, clearly it was tried. Not sure. Didn't work. Not sure why they picked a character that wouldn't turn out well in grand finals. But we're gonna see the turrets being placed as they teleport onto high ground. Storm is distracted, trying to take down the turrets. As I believe a Shatter's used, getting multiple as Zoker takes down Orange Viper with the pin. As Fancy getting Wolf though. As Zoker's taken down by the Lucio, but not before they can get toasted. You also getting massive damage on Junkrat. Just trying to take down the rest of the team here, as Black Boy's very low, getting healed up by the Lucio, but I believe that's not going to be enough healing, and it won't be, as Stormy takes down Black Boy. But Splash with a questionable high noon once again, as the team fight was pretty much already over.
I don't know about that high noon there. I was thinking the exact same thing before you said it. I mean, they need to keep their ultimates as much as they can. They have to hold this for another 215, and they can't give up a single tick. Like, they need their ultimate, so they're gonna have Grav, Tire, Beat, and Window. But on the side of Velocity, they're coming up on Wall. They're coming up on Tire, Coal, Beat, Shatter. They have like almost everything.
Yeah, left side approach for Velocity on this fight. We're gonna see a Beat being used early and preemptively, is trying to get some damage going, as Beat's used as well. Mobile Lazarus takes down Awesome with a boop. Block Boy getting Emperor Melon as
The
well.
opportunity they've been looking for. It's looking very promising here for Velocity.
There it is. It looks like Velocity is just gonna try to maintain control of the point here. Svency trying to take down Splash, and he's able to. And I believe that will be it for this map, as Velocity caps it. And a one map for Velocity Titanium.
Indeed, like I said, I just feel like the high noon could have been massive there, and he just wasted it when that fight was already over there at the end. I mean, that can be a problem a lot you see in tier 1. They think they need to use their ultimates, but sometimes you got to realize fight's already won. I don't need to press Y.
Yeah, I believe that they try to use their ultimates. You know, they get a bit cocky if they get a pick or so, and they just try to use it, get it more. But not every play can be a highlight reel play, and I think that's coming up especially now when they're using ults and they're only getting one. You know, it's kind of a wasted ult if it's after the fight, and you know, even if they do get many, I'm not sure what they're going to be able to do if it's only one man on the point.
For sure. And as you can see on the screen, our next map is we're going to be heading into Dorado. On this map, you can see like many different comps. Like Dive is really good on this map with your Winston Diva. A lot of high ground you can take advantage of offensively. And on the defensive side, you can do multiple things. Like I've run double shield on this map before. That can be very successful. Orion, Diva comp. We've seen an Owl. We've seen Ball, Zarya comps work. So we could be quite varied in what we see here.
For sure. I know double shield is meta. I've said that before. I think they might go with the double shield here on Dorado. Both teams, of course, sticking to the Rhine. I'm not sure if we're going to see anything else other than Rhine for the main tanks. But if we do, I'd like to see how that turns out, because versatility is a big part of Overwatch.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see, like, even if you want to stick the Rhine, to see one of the off tanks play Orisa or Sigma, maybe. Like you can still play a variation of double shield with Ryan if you feel like you need the crutch of a Reinhardt.
Yeah. It all depends on how the team moves around the main tank as well, because I mean the main tank sometimes forms the fights. They completely create when they push in, and I mean if they're not going to go with the Reinhardt, they need to be more coordinated than before. Because Reinhardt, it's a very mobile character. They move around with the team, they shield the team. If they're going to run in Orisa or Sigma, they're going to have to make some movements around that. Trying to differ from what's done before.
Yeah, you're. I mean, generally with the double shield comp, you're running a Bat Mercy or a Bat Zen. So the problem with that is you have slow tanks with Orisa and Sigma. You don't have a Lucio to speed boost them around. So you got to be very good with your coordination on your rotations around Dorado. Like obviously you start off on the high ground, but you got to know exactly when to rotate back around to the alleyway or the streets underneath the bridge. It's just I can understand why, sometimes the tier one, obviously they're not as coordinated. So I mean, sometimes calling rotations like that, it's not as easy for tier one teams. So it's much easier just to rely on the safety of the Reinhardt, as we've been saying.
Yeah, but hopefully on Dorado we'll see some versatility. I'm willing to bet that Dorado, it's 2-1. It's kind of make it or break it here for Illusion, because if they lose this, Velocity's up 3-1, and if not, I mean, it's an even game. So there you go. We're gonna see an Orisa from the side of Illusion. What do we think of that?
Dang, they swapped to Diva already. I
Oh,
was getting
come on.
excited. I was getting excited.
Me too. It can't always happen, but it looks like Svensi's gonna pick onto the Hanzo here, as
Why we can't have nice things.
Svensi's gonna take high ground control here, just trying to pick off one of the supports. Unable to yet. They're gonna try to get some ult charge as well. Diva as well on top. We're gonna see some the Ryan pushing in very low here, being kept alive by the supports. As Wolf is doing a great job on BAP, keeping the Ryan when they push in like that. They're going to.
This is an interesting support combination they're running on the side of Velocity. And
Yeah.
Ana Moira, you don't see that a lot. I mean, it's a lot of burst heals, but Moira has a gauge that runs out. I mean, Ana can only do so much as well. I mean, you're really relying on that Ana to hit some nasty antis, and so far she has. But can she keep it up for the entirety of the map?
For sure. I'd like to talk about Starstrike here. He's debuting for this grand finals match, doing very good on the Diva so far, being able to get those picks when he needs to.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, from what I've seen so far, he's been doing a good job eating the fire strikes, really limiting the amount of ult charge that Reinhardt can get. That's always big for divas, is you want to limit the Reinhardt getting shatter, and the way you do that is eating his fire strikes, because that's how he gets so much ult charge.
Yeah, got through that fight, as they actually capped that point, it looks like, as Velocity is going to move on to second point here with a 5-minute time bank. Starstrike's going to move up top, going to try to look for any high ground people. It looks like Velocity has 5 ultimates moving into this fight. We're going to see how that turns out for them.
Yeah, I mean, generally on the second point, the key to winning it is you want to control the high ground. You don't want the defense getting their hit scans up there and being able to just rain down onto you. If you're the offense, you want to make sure you make a habit of getting up there and taking it away from the defense.
Yeah, Spencer getting 2 there, it looks like, as Blockboy invested Shatter was killed before he was able to actually land it. Bob is being used, trying to get some damage. As the Ryan shield goes down, they're just going to go to town on them as Stormy's defense matrix runs out. They're just going to try to get some damage as they approach capping location for second points.
Nice beat drop there from Melon.
Very
Might
good.
give them the stability they need to just. Yep, they get a Vetsy there. Stormy gets the Moira, and yeah, that's going to be it for that fight. That was a nice beat drop there from Melon.
Yeah, so ultimates used by Starstrike. Questionable bomb there, but they got 2. And Wolf picks off Blockboy, and they're gonna retreat for that fight. Kind of a wasted bomb. Bomb.
Agreed. I mean, that's the story that tends to be for the losing teams. They just waste. I mean, as we saw on Eichenwald, it was wasted bombs on the side of Stormy. On Hanamura last map, it was that wasted High Noon. And I mean, here we've already seen a wasted Diva bomb. I mean, there's still plenty of map left, but that could come back to bite them.
Yeah, I think UAwesome's gonna look for a Blossom here as they're on high ground. Not gonna drop down with the Blossom though, as they're just gonna try to mow down Rhine shields, Cole and Wall used on both teams, as
Yeah,
they're gonna try to mow some damage down.
Yeah, the thing with Blossom is like you need to demech the diva because she can pretty much just eat the entirety of your ult if you don't get her demech before you blossom.
Yeah, Blockboy going to town right now, getting two. Oh my, Orange Viper's Bob gets the diva mech. As Orange Viper's Bob gets Wolf too, as Fancy takes down the McCree there. As it looks like they're gonna cap this point with not a lot of ults on the side of Velocity.
Yeah, but they instead of Velocity does have the high noon to work with, and Illusion has a lot of the high noon to work with. Velocity did use a lot of ults, but I mean they needed to get that point, and they were able to get it. Big Bob and Shatter on the side of Velocity. The Shatter and the Bob really carried that fight there.
For sure, a gutsy pin on the Reinhardt is able to get some more movement on the payload here, as they're going to be approaching where you capped the point here. Spency's on high ground, probably going to use the noon very soon as D.Va tries to go up and contest him. Looks like they're going to try to get a flank as Bob, as Shatter's used. Spency getting one with his noon, Blockboy getting Zoker. It looks like with that high noon, they're able to break shield and take down Blockboy. Svency getting Stormy as well. Is Svency possibly looking for Wolf, able to get them? I'm not sure. They're going to try to retreat behind enemy lines as Flexi takes down Wolf. As McCree...
The res did come in onto Blockboy, so that high noon gets Blockboy, but the res comes out. So things are looking very good for Velocity right now. Out comes the Diva Bomb, and yeah, it's not going to do anything. They're going to complete this point.
Yeah, Diva Bomb doesn't do much as it was sent on to point, but they died before they could even touch. A very good offense for Velocity. I'd like to see some changes from Illusion, because they're kind of crumbling whenever if they get picked first, or if they lose two, they're gonna crumble. They're gonna kind of scratch away, trying to get some ults, trying to scrape up some ults and use them, because they don't want to lose any fights. So if they're even close to losing them, they're going to try to use some ults.
I mean, I think really the difference in this so far has been Velocity's team in general is doing a lot better job of allowing their Reinhardt Blockboy to be aggressive and take all the space he wants.
For sure.
It's nothing against Zoker, but he's just not getting enough backup. It feels like he's on skates the entire time because the Blockboy's in his face, but he has his whole team backing him up.
Yeah. Now, can it be true? Are we going to see some Star Strike, Sigma, and Blockboy Orisa? We might see some variety here.
As we're looks like it because it's on the defense, so they're going to commit to it on the defense. I like to see this. I love it.
That's good to see. We saw Splash Widow on Ilios. Didn't do much, but we're going to see how it does here on...
I'm really interested to see, because generally in this double shield, not that Torb's a bad pick, just generally the junk is better. So I'll be curious to see how Orange Viper does on the Torb here.
Yeah, I'd like to see Orange Viper doing what he did on the previous map, where he was able to secure lots of picks with his turret as nobody bothered to take it down. As Svency's going to take down Uawesome early. And a big pick, actually, right there, as they're going to try to deal with a team on high ground, as they're going to circle back around. Illusion's just trying to get a pick here. Emperor Melon takes down Orange Viper. They're going to try to go through bridge here. Stigma eats the Fire Strike, unable to get much ult charge there. It's going to be kind of a stalemate so far, as there's each looking for something to go on. We have the Illusion X slowly carrying point with one on point. None right now, actually, as they're going to drop down, trying to attack from low ground as they push onto them. Zarya very high charge right now. Stormy just trying to take down Orange Viper, who's antied, but Orange Viper's going to squeak out. Uawesome taking down the turret by Orange Viper. Uawesome on the Echo, just looking around, trying to get a pick. Splash also on the Widow. Both the DPS are not with the tanks right now. They're kind of just solo carrying point as the split take the drop.
I'm not sure I like this DPS combo with Widow and Echo. None of them are really going to ever be with the tank. So it's like the tanks are never going to have the backup that Velocity has for theirs when they have a Torb backing them up.
Yes.
So,
yeah, for sure. Sniper battle goes down as Svency takes down Orange Viper. Svency, Splash. Is Svency getting Emperor Melon as well? As Svency trying to get another pick here on high ground. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to get any. Trying to get Uawesome, does get Uawesome before they can squeak out and survive. Good showing by Svency. farming Bob.
Yes, big picks on the side of Evency. He's showing us how good he is on a range of characters. It's very impressive to see.
Now we're gonna see a low ground approach here as they're going under them. As Fancy thinks that he knows something. He does as Bob is being called here. As Bob takes down Stormy. A good foresight by his Fancy. He's able to completely stumble the fight here. As Bob is called early.
Very well done by Vetsy. I was curious what he was going to do there, and throwing the Bob there when the whole team was going that way, that was nicely done. Just completely stopped them in their tracks and wiped them out.
Yeah, we're gonna see You Awesome Sombra here. Actually no, switching to Reaper, but still a switch to Reaper from You Awesome. As
I think Splash is just wasting his time at this point. I don't think the Widow's getting it. Yeah, as we say that, he swaps to McCree. I think
Widow
he
hasn't
realized it
done
as
much
well.
damage. Yeah, Fancy thinks something up when he doesn't see anyone. Might think that they're going low ground again.
We
They
have an
are.
interesting ult combination we could get here. We could get the Flux with the Molten Core. That would be a good combination they could use here. Unfortunately, the Shatter gets a lot of people there, but Avetsy coming with 2 huge picks onto the supports.
Yeah, but the Nanoed Ryan's trying to get some, gets 3 actually as they mow down turret. But they're gonna try to contest him here as the tanks are rezzed, and Zoker's.
Unfortunately, both the tanks are there, the Sigma and the Orisa, and they both do a lot of damage. So I mean, Reinhardt's forced to back up off the high ground, but they're gonna have to rotate before the tanks get too much space on the streets phase over here.
Not a lot of movement on the payload so far, but we're gonna be approaching last fight territory as the time runs down. Zoker getting Block Boy though, and they're gonna have to go in with this without an Orisa, which might be a bit hard as Grav comes out for the side of Illusion. Zoker, Stormy, and Zoker showing up on the kill feed. Splash taken down as Vency. And it looks like they're going to just slowly try to contest, but Splash takes down Starstrike. Looks like it might be a capped point for Illusion.
I mean, it will be a capped point, but that took so much time and so much out of Illusion just to get the first point. So, I mean, it's a uphill battle here from now on for Illusion. And all they have for this fight coming up is Shatter. As on Velocity, we're looking at Flux, we're looking at Supercharger, we're looking at a Bob. So, I mean, things are looking up for Velocity, even though they lost that first point.
A couple bad ults can really cost them the game here, as since they have not a very high time bank, every fight that they lose is going to be crucial. Bob is being called early, trying to get Wolf. They do get Wolf as Svency picking down one more. Oh my, Svency showing on Ash has been incredible so far as he tries to mow down Zoker. His shield is very low, but Splash takes down Svency, but the res is there from Flexi Lexi Block Boy getting Zoker.
He got a little greedy there, poked out a little bit too much, and Splash was able to punish it. But the res was there, so it's all good.
Yeah, it looks like a big anti almost getting Splash there, but not able to, as they're gonna try to regroup for a couple more fights here. As they're gonna go through a big gate over here. Fire Strike comes out unable to get any. I believe that Orange Viper's getting very close to his lava, and that could be very crucial in the fight as they have Flux. Zoker takes down Blockboy with the Fire Strike though. There it is. There is there's the lava, but it's Fancy getting Emperor Melon as Starstrike gets Splash there. There's the ult combo that I wanted. As Fancy taking down Zoker and
there's the Molten Core Flux combo I've been calling for. That was nicely done there by Orange Viper and Starstrike.
Yeah, Orange Viper being absolutely crucial in that fight. It looks like time is gonna run down here with only 40 seconds left to either cap this point or lose. We're gonna see Illusion with a couple of ults probably gonna be used this fight. But as Venti takes down Splash,
That's not good. There goes one of your ultimates, and the Lucio goes down.
As Fancy showing up on the Ash today, gonna stifle them for a couple more seconds, which is gonna make them approach last fight territory. Looks like as oh my, Svency's work has been incredible so far on this map.
That indeed it has. He's been, like I said, he's been putting massive work on multiple years. We've seen him play the Pharah, we've seen him play the Junkrat, we've seen him play the Reaper. And now we see him playing the Ash. We've seen him play the Kree. He's big shatter there by Lockboy with the nano on him.
Shatters Svency getting 2. Lockboy takes another, and Velocity with a beautiful ult usage Oh boy, he charges in preemptively as Tracer tries to contest, but I'm not sure if that's gonna be able to do anything. As one game for Velocity.
Yeah, that was nicely done there on the side of Velocity. Vessi is just hard carrying them on the Ana. It was very nicely done. They're going to take a decisive 3-1 victory here, and Illusion's got to recuperate and just snap out of it and make this a series.
Yeah, they really gotta do something because currently how it's turning out is Velocity's getting early picks and Illusion's crumbling.
Indeed. So we're going to take another quick break here before we head over to map 5, which should be another control map, I believe, if the rotation is how I remember. So thank you guys for tuning in to this presentation of the Tier 1 Xbox Finals for Firewall, and we will be right back.
Welcome back, everyone. Xbox One Tier 1 Grand Finals. You know the deal. Velocity Titanium X with a 2-map lead over Illusion X. We're going to see some decisive maps here. What do you think about the match so far?
I mean, it was very back and forth at the beginning, but it seems like Velocity's taking a command of this series so far. We're going to have to see what adjustments Illusion's going to make in order to turn this around here.
I think to win a map, especially Illusion is going to need to deal with Svensi. As Svensi gets those early picks, takes down the team, and honestly, if he's still on high ground with that Ashe or with any hero, he's going to be a danger.
Yeah, I mean, if I remember correctly, the one map that Illusion has won so far was Ilios. So, I mean, we're going back to control, so maybe control's where they're comfortable. So we'll have to see how this next map plays out.
Yeah, hopefully we're going to see some good showing by Illusion here. We saw how they moved on Ilios, how they used their ultimates to their advantage on that last map, on the last point of Ilios. I'm hoping to see something similar to that. We might see a Symmetra, something. What do you think about the comps on our next map, Lijiang?
I mean, on Lijiang, there's obviously 3 different maps. The one we're currently on right now is Night Market, and a lot of Symmetra. I mean, as we can see, both teams are on Symmetra. It's the main DPS that tends to be played on this map. You set up the teleporter to the top of the window, and you're able to get there immediately and just set up the point with your turrets. So it's really going to be whose Symmetra gets more value here. I mean, I am interested to see how the Hog does here.
Yeah, for sure. We're gonna see some swaps for Velocity. It looks like and Illusion as Mighty Beast is in for Stormy, and Michael is in for Svensi, Babby's in for Orange Viper. We're gonna see as both teams drop down somewhat equally. As Toasted's Zoker's gonna try to get some damage on, gets too early. As Zoker gets another completely establishing dominance on this first point here, as he gets 5 that fight. Oh my.
Very well done there by Zoker. And the key there, honestly, was Illusion got to the point first, allowed their Symmetra to set up, and the Ryan is just able to swing freely because they have to deal with the onslaught damage coming from Michael on the Symmetra.
For sure. I think Michael's Symmetra is completely farming their ultimate very quickly. They're gonna need to deal with those turrets though, as they're kind of mowing down the incoming team. Toasted getting taken down.
Shatter comes in from Zoker.
Massive shatter by Zoker. Zoker has been insane this first point so far.
This has been a very impressive showcase from Zoker, and we see we already have a wall farmed up on the side of Illusion from You Awesome.
Yeah, we're gonna see how that comes into play as Michael switches to Reaper. We've seen him before. He's very comfortable on Reaper. His ultimates are massive. We're gonna see another fight coming in here as the tanks are gonna take a right door approach as they hook in Zoker first. Big hook for damage.
Late there by You Awesome, unfortunately, but he does get the pick onto a Bappy.
It's an even fight so far. We might see some more ultimates being used as Splash is taken down by Damaged Access with a big hook as well. Oh my. It's mobile! 2 with the boop. You Awesome trying to get more. You Awesome getting 2. Mighty Beast.
Damage
No
from
way.
Symmetra is so massive. It's ridiculous.
An insane fight, leaving only Mighty Beast on point. What?
And the good thing for Illusion is they still have a teleporter they can use, so they're gonna get back faster.
We've seen Illusion dominate this map. Clearly, they're really good at control. It looks like, as they're gonna move, as Velocity is gonna move in on attack for this next fight here. Turret's mowing them down a bit. Is Damaged Axe is gonna be able to move the Reinhardt off? No, he's not gonna be able to. As Beat comes out for the side of Illusion. You Awesome picking down Toasted as Lexi's Cole takes down Wolf. As a support goes down, Bappy's taken down by Splash. On the Reaper, we might see a Blossom from behind here. I think we might, but a Beat is used. There's the Blossom. I'm not sure if it's going to be able to get anything. It is not yet. As he's going to run around.
Low enough though to where the team can focus them down fast enough. It may have not gotten the kills, but it did the damage it needed to.
For sure. Toasted getting 2 as they're going to try to just contest this fight for as long as they can.
Essentially, that Blossom just took out all the damage, all the shields that Lucio gave from the Beat drop. So they're able to focus everyone else down much faster there.
A large damage Blossom was able to do massive work there. Not every big play has to have tons of kills. Remember that, because every time these guys ultimate, especially if it's during a fight, not after the fight,
I love seeing this by Illusion. I was actually they're not going to stick to the Mei. I was going to say the Mei junk is very powerful on this map, especially if you can get the first point control and wipe them. Then you can just push up to their little door, and the Mei junk just gets so much value there.
The Mei plays could be insane for both teams if they choose to play them, but they're going to go with comfort picks. It's grand finals. I'm not sure if they know how to play Mei. We saw Svency on the Mei before. It didn't turn out very well. I'm not sure if we're going to see it again, but looks like Bappy's going to go on the Genji this fight.
I'm actually really curious to see how it goes with the Genji. We haven't seen Genji play today, so be curious to see how well he does.
Yeah, Zoker is just going to try to soak up some damage with his shield. I believe the shield's broken as Michael's going to try to get damage, but Splash and You Awesome get 2 here. You Awesome getting another. You Awesome on the Junkrat has been very good this match so far.
Oh yes, his Junkrat has been very dominant. There's been a reason that's been keeping them in this series. And yeah, they're doing exactly what I thought. You're going to push up to the door. The Junkrat can just completely spam through the door, and it just gets so much value when you push up here.
For sure. I think that the duo between Splash and You Awesome work very well together, as Junkrat's able to spam in and Splash is able to get those headshots and completely decimate the rest of the team. Tower's going to be used here. Going in, 3 going down with a tire from You Awesome. That was being taken down by Michael.
That was an insane tire there. They even had an immort and it still wasn't enough.
Beautiful tire from You Awesome there. Bappy's.
The problem here is they're down their Junkrat. They can't really afford to hold the door here anymore. They need to back up and go regroup with their Junkrat. Big shatter, but I don't know.
Yeah, so
he does get 2 picks.
2 picks.
But he gets taken down.
Both teams. Wolf taking down Toasted there. They're gonna try to push on with Cole. Velocity lacking some players right now, but they're gonna try to do their best here as they demech the Diva actually. McCree's very low as a skill orb takes down Splash. Mighty Beast getting Flexi Lexi. And it looks like they're going to just try to maintain control of the point here and try to take down all the stragglers. Not sure if they're going to go for another contest. They will not, as Velocity caps the point.
Yes, that was. I mean, I thought that was just a losing fight on both sides. I mean, like I said at the beginning, Illusion, they didn't have their Junkrat. They shouldn't have been pushed up that far. I mean, they still wanted to use Shatter. I get that, but you don't want to be pushing that close to the doors when you only have 5, and especially when the one you're missing is your Junkrat. That's all your damage.
For sure. Grav Window coming out, actually, from opposite teams there. Mighty Beast taking down Toasted as Splash gets Michael. Looks like it's going to be a probably, yeah, one fight for Illusion there. Very quick fight there.
And they got the tire with the Fire Strike Window combo there. That was nicely done there.
Really? Oh, I didn't see that, but that is completely crucial. As you said before, tire's a game-changing ultimate, and take that out is completely massive.
For sure. And Illusion, they have all their plays here. They have a tire, they have a High Noon, they have a Shatter and a Bomb. They have all the ingredients they need to be able to hold, even for the next 21 seconds before the point gets captured.
Yeah,
out comes the Bomb.
Bomb comes out, able to get Michael, who's lacking behind the rest of the team there. Looks like they're just going to try to push onto them. Splash getting only one. Michael is
in there from Splash.
Get a touch on the Reaper, it looks like there. Toasted takes down Splash.
Fortunately, Bappy's probably going to go down here. He has no Wraith form anymore, and that's probably going to be it here.
Able to send them into overtime, but will it be able to do much? Michael doing damage on the Junkrat, but it's too late. And they're going to take this point.
That was a very nice comeback there from Illusion. They get the series to a 3-2, and everything's looking up for Illusion as we go into map 6, which should be a hybrid map.
Yeah, Illusion, as said before, won the last control map. They won this one. They're clearly very good at control, and they said, all right, we're 3-1 down in the series. We need something to change, and clearly something did as they were able to regain control of the game. It's a 3-2 game, very close.
Yes, that was a nice rally from Illusion, and we got a series now, and we're heading to Scrim's Row here. I mean, it's everyone's favorite map. It's going to be awesome to see the kind of different comps we see here. I mean, obviously, King's Row is very Reinhardt heavy map, so we're probably going to see a lot of Reinhardt here. Even in higher tiers, Reinhardt's used a lot on this map, so it won't be surprising if we have all Reinhardt here.
For sure. I think that Velocity, if they are to go with the Reinhardt, they're going to need some good damage. I'm not sure who they're going to sub in this time, because they took out Svensi, didn't turn out too well, but I did like what I was seeing from Bappy, as Bappy did a very good job on Genji, did a very good job on all the heroes that he picked, but it clearly wasn't.
Yeah, I didn't think about that they took out Evensi. I mean, he was the one who was kind of low-key carrying their team. I don't know, maybe they got cocky, we're up 3-1, we got this, let's give this guy some playing time. But, I mean, if I was them, no more playing around. Let's get Evensi back in there and let's just win this.
Yeah, no matter who you have to sub out, Svensi's a must so far in this map. We're going to see, there he is, Svensi and Orange Viper taking the DPS steal. It looks like they're going to sub out Michael and Bappy. Both great DPSs, but for this map, I think Velocity just wanted Svensi back in. Clearly, Orange Viper was complimenting him well. What do you think about the comps?
Let's see. So on the side of Velocity, they're attacking first. So I mean, Pharah's fine. I wouldn't like it on defense, but they are attacking. They're going to go with the Pharmacy, and Evensi has shown how dominant he is on the Pharah. And Orange Viper has also done very well on the Ashe this match so far. So I like what they're running. And on the side of Illusion, they do have the Kree, so they do have what they need to take on the Pharah. And the Reaper, I mean, the Reaper's just going to be there to back up the tanks. So that's the only problem for Illusion. Illusion has a DPS to back up their tanks, while Velocity doesn't.
For sure. I think that Velocity is just going to rely on Svensi here to get an early pick once again. But Orange Viper's taking the Ashe, which is very good here, as Svensi's going to try to farm up that ultimate. Blockboy's halfway to a Shatter. You're clearly winning the ultimate fight, as Orange Viper gets splashed there. An early fight, pushing them back a bit as the anti goes on the Reinhardt. They're going to try to take control of the point. Are they going to contest? Not sure if they will. Svensi's going back, trying to get a pick on the supports. Unable to get one. Svensi actually does get Emperor Melon as Toasted takes down Zoker. Svensi getting to that fight, and Blockboy and Zoker. And Blockboy cleans up there as Toasted
Betsy
gets.
is just has no one to contest. I mean, they have a McCree, but he's not doing a good enough job. I mean, granted, it's going to be tough for McCree to take down a pharmacy anyway on his own, but I mean, Avency is just putting so much damage onto Illusion. And even when they tried to go for a huge recontest there, Avency just flew above them and just started rocketing them there to death.
Yeah, I think Svency's, especially his positioning, the Kree's unable to get him most times. He's always not where the Kree is looking, which is very crucial because the Kree's a good counter. There, oh, can he get the Kree there? We're not sure as the Emort comes out and Mighty Beast tries to mow down his Svency. He's able to. Blockboy gets 2 with the nano, on Blockboy.
Yeah,
looks
there's
like
a problem there. Mighty Beast has to pay so much attention to the Pharah now to help out the McCree that the Diva's not there to eat damage for the Reinhardt, so Velocity can totally just, as the rest of the unit, just mow on down to the Reinhardt and get Zoker down pretty easily.
For sure. Looks like we're gonna see some crucial ultimates from Velocity here as they have coming into this fight. Valk is used, but Window is used to counter it. Shatter being used, unable to get many. The remake doesn't get anything as hard as Toasted tried. The barrage comes behind, gets both supports. As Fancy's barrage able to keep the fight alive, it looks like, as the Mercy pocketing him. He gets Splash, might get Zoker as well. He does get Zoker. Oh my! Svency's taken down finally by Mighty Beast. But a great showing by Svency.
That was a massive.
Barrage?
Yeah, barrage. That was a massive barrage that took out both the supports, but it wasn't enough. They were just able to. They have closer spawns, so even if they start losing people, they have more of an advantage here. The Death Blossom does come out there, doesn't get anyone, unfortunately.
Shatter coming out, getting lots, especially the nanoed Reinhardt. They're going to push him back a bit as the nanoed Reinhardt's still in the fight there, but they're going to mow him down as it looks like. He's going to be healed up by Flexi Lexi, but sadly, Toasted's mech has to go down as Svency picks down Zoker and Blockboy gets Wolf. They might be trying to, they might be able to get this point here as Svency gets 3! Oh my!
Swapped to the McCree and putting in just as much work as he did on the Pharah. Betsy is putting on a show here.
We've seen him on full power this King's Row game. We're gonna see if he's gonna be able to completely shut him down for this last point here. They're gonna, looks like both tanks are trying to push up, trying to get some damage going. They force Emort, which is very crucial for this last fight. As we're gonna see a shatter from Blockboy come out, not able to get anything. But
yeah,
strike beats used, so is Bomb. We're gonna see if anything comes out from this. Only getting Flexi Lexi. Bombs haven't been the best for Illusion this fight, as but they're gonna be able to win this fight as they pick down 3 and the rest are just gonna retreat.
maybe the bomb created the space they need, got the Mercy so the Mercy couldn't res, and that was the fight there. Illusion was able to take all the space back with that bomb.
Yeah, we're gonna see Zoker farming Shatter this fight though, so we're not sure how that's gonna turn out. But we're gonna see 5 ultimates from the side of Velocity possibly being used here. We're gonna see how this turns out as Zoker's gonna push on, try to shatter, gets the supports, but as event Noon's used, trying to look for one to get, unable to get anyone as Splashes High Noon gets Orange Viper. Good kiting from Illusion trying to escape Svency's High Noon. Flexi Lexi reses Orange Viper. Svency's gonna try to take a right side look of the point. Toasted! Heading
Toasted! Big bomb there.
Toasted Waffle getting 5, it looks like, as Orange Viper's Bob cleans up You Awesome. Toasted Waffle completely destroying Illusion's hopes and dreams to contest that last fight. Oh my.
And the ball couldn't get there in time, and that was just a massive Diva bomb to open up and just let them cap the point.
For sure. We're
an impressive 3 minutes on the clock still.
Yeah, we're seeing Velocity cap on attack. If they can get past first point, they cap with a lot of time. And that's crucial going into these fights. As, you know, sometimes these fights drag out for long, and sometimes it gets, lots of ultimates are used. Sometimes you're going to want a big time bank so that you can afford to waste some time. You can afford to lose fights. You can afford to regroup. Stuff like that. Now, what are we thinking about?
On the side of Illusion, they're really trying to force this Widow more than I feel like they should. I mean, we'll see if he. I mean, they are on attack, so like they can swap off pretty quickly if needed. But I feel like they are forcing the Widow a little too much. They're gonna go with double sniper with the Widow Hanzo. I really don't like that either. I feel like if you're gonna play one sniper, don't go with the double sniper. Go with someone else who's gonna back up your tanks better.
For sure. We're going to see a Svensi once again on the Ash and Orange Viper on the tour, but they're both very deadly respectively on both their DPS. But Splash once again on the Widow. We're going to see if they're going to be able to make any space here, get any picks. But it's questionable fight once again, as they haven't been able to do too much on the Widow. They're going to push in here, getting ready for first fight. Fire strikes used from Zoker, unable to get anything. As Svensi's going to try to get back onto high ground as he fell a bit before. Ash looking for a pick onto his Svensi, unable to get many right now. Emperor Melon looking around, getting Orange Viper's turret, and Svensi taking down You Awesome. The good showing. Svensi almost getting splashed with a big headshot, but unable to pick him off as Blockboy takes down 2 to win this fight. It looks like they're going to try to get some stragglers.
Then C said, I don't need to take out Splash. He's forced to back up, and Blockboy's able to swing and take him out.
Yeah, you know, all you need to do on Ash is really just get damage so that the rest of your team can just completely destroy them, especially if one's already down from your pick before. We're gonna see another fight here with they're gonna. It looks like the Reaper doesn't like their positioning so far. Is gonna get a bit back. You also actually switched to the Reaper before.
Yeah, I don't know if I like this. I feel like if anything, you keep the Hanzo and swap the Widow. They're really forcing this Widow too much, in my opinion.
Me too. I think that Blockboy's gonna try to take them down while they're in hotel. Probably try to block Shatter, but they don't have it yet. We're gonna see they're gonna push on a bit. Splash takes out Orange Viper's turret. That's big for Illusion, especially because turrets can do lots of damage if you're not paying attention to it.
I love the window. I love that.
That was a massive ult combo there. They're gonna try to kite that window though. Not wanting to get anything. Toasted hunts down Splash. Are we gonna see a switch from Splash yet? As Svensi takes down Wolf. And both as
Splash is switching to the Ash. I'm like, you gotta swap at this point. Oh no, going to the Hanzo now. Okay.
Orange Viper takes down Emperor Melon with his Torp Turret. Torp Turret coming up big when you're not looking. That's the worst part. Splash on the Hanzo. We're gonna see if he's gonna be able to do something, make some movement as we have 2 minutes left for King's Row first point. We're gonna see if they're gonna be able to do anything. They're gonna try to take left side approach, taking down turret first once again as Bob goes in Little Room, melting Emperor Melon before they're able to get back to cover. Splash taking down Orange Viper though as Flexi Lexi reses Orange Viper. They don't want to see their teammate down. They're probably a Splash getting very low.
Very close there.
Yeah. Looks like there's being able to do enough damage to not kill them, but to keep them back. As they're going to try to regroup on high ground here. Possibly gonna use a Shatter, maybe a bomb. We're gonna see how it turns out here. As window is used, Shatter is used from both sides with a massive Shatter from Zoker. Zoker getting Orange Viper as Wolf picks down Blockboy. You Awesome getting another as well. It looks like they're gonna try to clean up Velocity, trying to get them before they can contest. Valking Mercy goes down. Wolf takes down a Svensi, I believe, before he can even touch points.
Yeah, that was a massive shatter by Zoker there. Basically won the fight there for them. I mean, Zoker's doing all he can to keep his team in this series. I'm really liking the effort by Zoker right now.
Zoker, a Shatter can make or break a game, and watching that, you really see how it can make a point completely capped. Right there, we're gonna see a good fight here, as they're gonna try to stay on left side as turret is used, just trying to get some damage onto the Rhine shield. It's getting very low, but Defense Matrix comes, saves Zoker's shield, but doesn't have to take the brunt of the damage. It looks like it's very low so far, while Blockboy remains with a lot. Splash taking down Orange Viper though on the Hanzo, and he's looked like he's gonna retreat to high ground. Bob being used by Svensi once again, popping up You Awesome. He must take down that Emort if he wants to get anyone. Will he be able to? Toasted getting Zoker. Toasted with
remake,
2K remake. Oh,
double remake kill. You love to see it.
Oh my stars, the massive ultimate usage by Toasted here. It looks like he's gonna take down Wolf as well. Oh my.
1 with the bomb, 2 with the remake, and then the stagger onto Wolf.
Oh my, Toasted. Putting on a show. for this King's Row map.
Take a bow for that one, Toasted. That was awesome.
That was beautiful to watch. We're gonna see them fight once again here with the Diva on high ground, trying to get a pick. Unable to yet. Svensi is just gonna see him, trying to shoot him, get some damage on him, get some ult charge. Awesome has the Blossom here. Will he use it? We're gonna have to see. Mobile Edge takes down Splash before they're able to do anything. Looks like they're gonna try to get a Blossom behind. Will they be able to? Awesome getting two.
Awesome by you, Awesome. Gets both the supports.
Absolutely massive Blossom. The bomb there by Mighty Beast was kind of unneeded as the Blossom was already behind. Not a lot of coordination on that one, I guess. But we're gonna have to see how they're gonna deal with this very small time bank here with only a minute and with only a minute 30 left in this King's Row second point.
Velocity does have the advantage. They will get another fight here. The one thing they have over them is they have Valk coming in. And they'll have, if the fight goes on long enough, they'll get more ultimates online, so...
Yeah, it's completely just a farming ultimate battle. A Shatter comes out, blocked by Blockboy! Blockboy coming up massive on that Reinhardt. Shatter, unable to get Zoker, but Blockboy charges in, gets him right there as the res comes out from Flexi Lexi, resing Orange Viper. Spency's just trying to pick down Immortality, he's able to get him. I believe the Diva's behind them. No, that's the Reaper, as the Reaper trying to just mow them down, but unable to, as he's taken down by Orange Viper, as they're going to clean up this fight, approaching last fight territory for Grand Finals. This could be dangerous.
Yeah, and on the side of Illusion, all you really have is a window, and you might get dragons in this fight, but Velocity's sitting on Diva Bomb, and they have a Bob, so I'd say advantage goes to Velocity for this final fight.
For sure. I think that Velocity here has the chance to just completely shut down Illusion. Able to, I'm not sure, because Splash takes down Flexi Lexi, but Toasted takes down Emperor Melon. It's an even fight so far as both supports go down. Immort's going to be used early, Toasted's going to be deneked. It's going to be insane. As Blockboy gets Wolf, you Awesome takes down Blockboy, though. Still even fight so far. It's overtime. Splash takes down Orange Viper, but not before Orange Viper's turret can get Awesome. As Fency's Bob taking down two. Can it be?
Massive Bob by Svensi, and that's gonna do it. Velocity is going to win the series 4-2. The Tier 1 Xbox finalist winners. Congratulations to Velocity Titanium X.
Ladies and gentlemen, Velocity Titanium has put on a show for us today, completely shutting down Illusion X when they needed it the most. That was a great game. What do you think about it?
Oh yeah, that had all the intrigue of a finals game that we wanted. 4-2 was not a blowout. It was nice and close. It was very awesome to see both sides. Nice ult combinations coming from both sides. But you got to hand it off to Velocity and his Vetsy. They killed it. They win 4-2.
I really got to hand it off to you Awesome on Illusion X. He did as much as he could. So did Zoker. It wasn't enough though, because I believe Esvency and Blockboy came up equally as good, possibly more. What do you think are your MVPs for this match?
I mean, I definitely think his Venci's got to come to mind on the side of Velocity. He was their hard carry on DPS. I think Blockboy would be up there on the side of Velocity as well. They both put on a show, and Orange Viper too. I mean, one of those three definitely. And on the side of Illusion, it's got to be Zoker or You Awesome. Like those two did as much as they could. They fought so hard, but it just wasn't enough.
I think that on the side of Illusion X, I would have to pick Zoker. Zoker's shatters made or break, either made a fight or broke a fight, and clearly they made them because he was able to get massive shatters. But if we're talking about a complete match MVP, it's gotta go to Svency. Svency, insane on the Pharah, insane on the Ashe, completely shutting down the enemy DPS right there.
Yeah, indeed. That was crazy carry there by his Vessi. We saw him go crazy on the Pharah, on the Ashe, on the McCree, on the Reaper. It was just an all-around showcase for his Vessi and all the different DPS he could play.
For sure. I think that we really got to see the force of the supports as well on the side of Velocity, as Toasted would sometimes get in the middle of the team, and he was kept alive by the supports, which is insanely impressive considering they were completely separated from the rest of the team.
Hmm. Indeed. I mean, the supports did do a very nice job on the side of Velocity to give Blockboy all the space he needed. So, I mean, just Round of applause for Velocity. That was great job. And I mean, what can I say? 4-2. You're our Firewall Tier 1 champions. Nice job.
Yeah, can't do anything more than that. Velocity Titanium, hats off to you. Amazing game, fun to cast. All I can say is Illusion put up a great fight, but I believe that Velocity Titanium X deserved the win, 100%.
Indeed. And we would like to thank everyone who tuned into this Firewall cast of the Tier 1 finals between Velocity and Illusion. As you can see, the final score being 4-2. Velocity takes the victory. So we'd like to thank you all for coming. It's been your casters, Clonk and 2 Try Hard Ray. Peace out. Appreciate you guys showing. Tune in for the next cast of the finals that should be coming soon. Thank you guys.